In the heart of southern Tanzania, a vast and ancient wilderness unfurls beneath the boundless sky. Here the land stretches endlessly, a living canvas painted in gold, ochre and emerald, where the horizon blurs into a shimmering mirage. The savannah breathes with a quiet, primal energy. Grasses sway in the wind, whispering secrets of ancient migrations, while the mighty Rufiji River carves a silver path through the heart of this domain, its waters glinting in the sunlight. Along its banks, life flourishes. Herds gather in the cool of dawn to drink, their reflections rippling across the surface. The air is thick with the scent of wildflowers and the earthy aroma of damp soil. As the sun rises in a blaze of orange and crimson, Nyerere is a living tapestry woven with the movements of countless creatures. Giraffes glide between acacia trees, their long necks silhouetted against the sky. Zebras graze in tight-knit groups, their stripes flickering in the dappled light. Elephants, ancient and wise, move in slow procession, their footsteps shaping the very earth. Great herds of elephants and buffalo traverse the plains, their presence a force of nature. The ground trembles beneath their weight, and the air vibrates with the low rumble of their calls. In the shadows, rare and elusive creatures find sanctuary. The black rhino, a living relic of a distant age, moves with quiet determination through the tall grass, its horn catching the first light of morning. Packs of African wild dogs painted in splashes of ochre and black move as one, masters of the hunt, their coordinated chases a blur of speed and strategy. Over 2,000 plant species thrive here, their leaves and blossoms sheltering rare birds like the Pell's fishing owl, drawn to the warmth of volcanic springs. The land pulses with life. Every inch is alive with movement, antelope bounding through the grass, birds wheeling overhead, insects humming in the heat. Predator and prey are locked in an eternal dance, each moment charged with tension and possibility. Lions stalk the shadows, their golden eyes fixed on the herds. Antelope freeze, muscles taut, every sense attuned to danger. Migratory herds sweep across the plains, following the ancient rhythm of rain and drought, their passage a thunderous symphony of hooves. Here drama unfolds in every moment, a sudden chase, a gentle nuzzle between mother and calf. The quiet endurance of creatures surviving the harshest dry season. The rising sun bathes the land in hope, a daily promise of renewal. The story of Nyerere is written in the tracks left in the dust, in the calls echoing across the plains, in the bonds of family and the struggle for survival. Each day the wild heart of Africa beats strong and unbroken, and in the golden gaze of the lion, surveying its vast and untamed kingdom, the true majesty of this realm is revealed, a world untouched, eternal, and fiercely alive. At the very heart of Nyerere's wild expanse lies a family of lions, their lives unfolding in a delicate balance of power, cooperation, and instinct. This is not merely a gathering of predators, but a sophisticated society bound by intricate relationships and a hierarchy that governs every aspect of their existence. At the apex stands a dominant male, his mane thick and imposing, a living banner of his authority and resilience. His presence is both shield and sword, his thunderous roars rolling across the grasslands, marking the boundaries of his realm and warning rivals to keep their distance. Beside him moves Nia, the lead lioness, her gaze sharp and her movements purposeful. She's the pride's chief provider, her body honed for the chase, every muscle tuned for silent pursuit and explosive speed. Through her cunning and teamwork she leads the hunt, her success ensuring the pride's continued strength and the nourishment of its youngest members. Among the pride's ranks is Quazi, a young male on the cusp of adulthood, his mane just beginning to thicken, his curiosity boundless. Quasi's days are filled with restless energy. He chases shadows, pounces on unsuspecting siblings, and tests his growing strength in playful bouts. He shadows the dominant male, absorbing the silent lessons of leadership, how to patrol the territory, how to stand firm in the face of challenge, and how to command respect. He also studies Nia, watching her every calculated move during the hunt, learning the patience and precision that define a successful predator. Quazi's journey is one of transformation. Each day, he inches closer to the responsibilities and challenges that await him as a future leader. His progress, his adaptability, and his willingness to learn will one day shape the destiny of the entire Pride. The Pride's survival hinges on the seamless transfer of knowledge, each generation teaching the next through example, discipline, and play. At the heart of this society are the cubs, their playful antics watched over by every member of the Pride. Their games are more than simple amusement. They are the first lessons in hunting, fighting, and social interaction, all vital for their future roles. The lionesses form a living shield around the cubs, their vigilance unwavering, their cooperation seamless. While some venture out to hunt, others remain behind, ever alert, scanning the horizon for threats that might endanger the young. The cubs' mock battles and clumsy pounces are the building blocks of survival, each tumble and leap sharpening their instincts and reflexes. In the golden light of the savannah, every playful moment is a lesson, every interaction a rehearsal for the challenges of adulthood. The Pride moves as a single entity, each member attuned to the others, their unity a formidable force in the wild. Together they orchestrate hunts with precision, bringing down prey that would be impossible for any one lion alone, their cooperation a testament to their social intelligence. Bonds are reinforced through grooming and nuzzling, gestures that maintain harmony and trust within the group. They share the spoils of their hunts, defend one another from danger, and face the uncertainties of the wild as a united front. In the vast openness of the plains, where threats can emerge from any direction, their collective vigilance and solidarity are their greatest assets. The story of this lion family is one of resilience, cooperation, and the enduring power of kinship, a living testament to the strength found in unity amidst the ever-changing rhythms of the wild. Every day in Nyerere National Park is a struggle for survival, and for the lion Pride, this struggle begins with the quest for food. The sun beats down relentlessly on the plains, and the energy needed to sustain their powerful bodies is immense. Hunger is a constant companion, a driving force that shapes their every action. The responsibility for the hunt falls primarily on the lionesses, led by the experienced Nia. They are a team of highly coordinated predators, their movements a symphony of silent communication and lethal precision. They use the tall grass and broken terrain as cover, their tawny coats providing the perfect camouflage against the dry landscape. Nia is a master of her craft. She moves with a grace that belies her incredible power, her eyes fixed on her target. Tonight it is a young antelope that has strayed just a little too far from the safety of its herd. Nia begins the stalk, her body low to the ground, each step placed with deliberate care to avoid snapping a twig or rustling a leaf. The other lionesses spread out, forming a silent crescent, ready to cut off any escape route. The tension is palpable. The success of this hunt means the difference between a full belly and another night of gnawing hunger for the entire Pride, especially the vulnerable cubs. With a sudden burst of explosive speed, Nia launches her attack. The antelope, startled, bolts, but it is too late. The trap has been sprung. The other lionesses close in, and in a flurry of dust and muscle, the hunt is over. The Pride gathers around the kill, and the established hierarchy is clear. The dominant male eats first, followed by the lionesses, and finally the cubs get their share. While they feed, the sounds of the African night surround them. The cubs, their bellies full, resume their playful antics, batting at their mother's tail, blissfully unaware of the danger and effort that provided their meal. But providing food is only half the battle. The Pride must also protect its territory. After the meal, the dominant male begins his patrol. He walks the boundaries of their domain, his head held high. He rubs his scent on bushes and trees, a clear signal to any intruders that this land is taken. Then he lets out a series of deep guttural roars that seem to shake the very air. This is not just a sound, it is a declaration of ownership, a warning that travels for miles across the savannah. It is a message to all other lions, stay away. In this kingdom, survival depends on both the ability to hunt and the strength to defend what is yours. The tranquil days of the pride are numbered. Beneath the golden sun, as the lions rest, an ominous presence stirs beyond their borders. On the fringes of their domain, a formidable adversary prowls, ever watchful, ever patient. This is Scarface, a legendary male whose very name echoes through the grasslands. He leads a rival pride, his authority carved from years of relentless struggle. Scarface's visage is a living map of violence, deep scars and battered features, each mark a story of survival and conquest. Towering and muscular, Scarface radiates dominance. His ambition is boundless, his aggression legendary. He is driven by a singular purpose, to claim more land, more power. The pride's territory, rich with prey and blessed by the life-giving river, is a coveted prize. Scarface's gaze lingers on this land, seeing not just opportunity, but destiny. His silhouette haunts the horizon, a constant reminder of the threat that looms ever closer. The first battles are not of tooth and claw, but of sound. Roars echo across the savannah, each one a challenge, a warning, a declaration of intent. Scarface's roar is thunderous, rolling over the plains, a message of dominance that chills the air. The pride's own leader answers, his voice defiant, striving to match the power of his rival. Yet a subtle shift has crept into the pride. The air is heavier, the mood more somber. Hunger gnaws at their strength. The pride, once robust, now moves with a weariness born of hardship. Their leader's roar, once a booming proclamation, now falters, its power diminished. The resonance is gone, replaced by a hollow echo that betrays their vulnerability. Scarface hears this weakness. It emboldens him, fueling his determination to strike. This is more than a battle for territory. It is a fight for legacy, for the very survival of the pride's bloodline. Should Scarface succeed, the consequences will be dire. The cubs, innocent heirs, would face his wrath. His first act as conqueror would be merciless. The cubs of his rival would not survive. Only then would the lionesses be forced to accept him, and his own lineage would begin. The lionesses sense this threat instinctively. Their vigilance is constant, their protectiveness fierce. For them, Scarface is not just a rival. He is the shadow that threatens their children, the future of their family. Each distant roar from Scarface sends a ripple of fear through the pride, a chilling reminder of what is at stake. The tension is palpable, casting a shadow over every moment of their lives. Every hunt is now a gamble, every step shadowed by the threat of conflict. Patrols along the border are tense, the pride ever watchful for signs of Scarface and his followers. Their senses are sharpened, every sound and scent scrutinized for danger. The savannah itself seems to hold its breath, the air thick with the promise of violence. The stage is set for a confrontation that will decide the fate of the Nyerere plains and the future of both prides. The fragile peace has shattered. War is coming, and only one pride will emerge to claim the land, the legacy, and survival itself. Hunger is a cruel teacher, and its lessons are becoming harsher for the pride. The smaller game has become scarce, and the lions are growing desperate. Nia knows they must aim for a larger, more difficult target if they are to feed everyone. She sets her sights on a massive herd of Cape buffalo. These are not easy prey. A single buffalo is a formidable opponent, weighing over 1,000 pounds with thick horns capable of inflicting fatal wounds. A whole herd is a fortress of muscle and horn, a dangerous and unpredictable force. But the pride has no choice. The cries of the hungry cubs drive them to take the risk. For the first time, the young lion Quazi is given a key role in a major hunt. His task is crucial. He must charge from the side to create panic and scatter the herd, allowing the experienced lionesses to isolate a weaker individual. He is brimming with strength and eagerness, but he lacks the one thing that matters most in a hunt like this: experience. As the lionesses creep into position, Quazi can barely contain his energy. He watches the massive beasts, his muscles tense, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. The success of the entire operation rests on his timing. Tragically, his inexperience betrays him. Over-eager and impatient, Quazi breaks cover and charges too soon. The buffalo are instantly alerted to the danger. Instead of panicking and scattering, they turn to face the threat. Quazi, committed to his charge, leaps onto the back of a large buffalo, his claws digging in. But the powerful animal bucks and twists, easily throwing the young lion to the ground. The herd closes ranks, forming a defensive wall of horns pointed outwards. They advance on the lionesses, who are forced to retreat. The hunt is a catastrophic failure, leaving the pride not only hungry but also exhausted and demoralized. The failure has immediate and dangerous consequences. Not far away, Scarface and his pride have been more successful. They have brought down a buffalo of their own, close to the border between the two territories. As a deliberate act of provocation, they leave the scraps of the carcass in plain sight, a taunt to their starving rivals. Then Scarface lets out a triumphant roar, a sound full of strength and dominance. The leader of Quazi's pride responds, but his roar is weak, thin, and full of the weariness of hunger. The balance of power has clearly shifted. Quazi, shamed by his failure, but filled with a new, cold determination, knows that something must change. The sting of defeat from the failed hunt marks a pivotal moment in Quazi's life. In the fading light, as he sits alone, the weight of his shortcomings presses down on him, but deep within, a new resolve begins to burn. Quazi realizes that brute force alone will never be enough to claim his place among the greats. True power demands wisdom, patience, and the ability to adapt. To lead and protect his kin, he must become more than just a fighter. He must become a strategist, a guardian, and a visionary. Driven by this revelation, Quazi embarks on a relentless journey of self-improvement. Each day he hones his skills, practicing the art of the hunt and the subtlety of the stalk. He studies the pride's dominant male, observing every movement, every decision, every sign of authority. Quazi mimics the leader's patrols, learning the importance of boundaries, the language of scent, and the confidence that comes with command. He practices his roar, striving to match the thunderous call that signals dominance and unity, a sound that must one day rival even the most feared adversaries. The days of playful innocence fade. Quazi is now an apprentice to destiny, learning the ancient craft of kingship. His body grows stronger, his movements sharper, every muscle is tested, every instinct refined. He spars with his peers, but these contests are no longer mere games. They are battles of will, of strength, and of cunning. Each wrestling match is a crucible, forging resilience and teaching the value of anticipation and leverage. Quazi's power is undeniable, but he learns to temper it with thought, to outmaneuver as well as overpower. He begins to read his rivals, predicting their moves, using strategy to turn the tide in his favor. Slowly, Quazi's mind and body unite, forging a leader who is both powerful and perceptive. The lionesses watch him closely, their eyes reflecting hope and curiosity as they witness his transformation. They see the fire of determination in his gaze, the quiet confidence that signals a new era for the pride. As Quazi trains, the lionesses shoulder the burden of the hunt, their survival depending on every calculated move. Failure is not an option. Every hunt is a test of their resolve and unity. With patience and precision, they stalk a lone impala by the riverbank. Their discipline is rewarded with a swift, silent victory. The pride feasts, their spirits lifted by the taste of success. Though the meal is modest, it brings renewed energy and hope, buying precious time for Quazi's evolution. Rested and nourished, the pride regains its strength, united in purpose and anticipation. For Quazi, every moment is an opportunity to grow, to sharpen his mind and body for the inevitable clash that looms on the horizon. He begins to lead, his presence inspiring confidence and unity among his kin. Now he patrols the borders with the old male, his growing strength and wisdom adding a new layer of security to the pride. His roar, once uncertain, now echoes across the savannah, deep, commanding, a promise of the power he is destined to wield. The memory of failure lingers, but Quazi transforms it into fuel, forging strength from adversity. Every setback becomes a lesson, every weakness a stepping stone toward greatness. No longer just the promise of the future, Quazi stands as the pride's present, undaunted, prepared, and ready to face the greatest challenge his world can offer. The day of reckoning finally arrives. Emboldened by his rival's weakness and driven by his ambition, Scarface makes his move. He leads his pride across the invisible border, their intentions clear and menacing. This is not a simple territorial dispute, it is an invasion. Their goal is to crush the existing pride, kill the cubs, and claim this prime territory as their own. The air grows heavy with impending violence. Quazi and Nyerere sense the approaching danger immediately. There is no more time for preparation. The final battle is upon them. Their first priority is the safety of the young. Nyerere quickly gathers the cubs and leads them to a secret, well-hidden den among a cluster of dense bushes and rocks. She knows that the fight to come will be brutal and the cubs would be defenseless. With the next generation secured, she and the other lionesses turn to face the invaders. They position themselves strategically near the banks of the Rufiji River, using the terrain to their advantage. They will form a defensive line to protect the path to the cubs and to support their champions in the main fight. It is Quazi and the old leader who must meet the charge of Scarface head-on. The two prides clash in a maelstrom of claws and teeth. The sound is terrifying, a cacophony of snarls, roars and growls that rips through the afternoon calm. While Nyerere and her sisters expertly fend off Scarface's lionesses, preventing them from flanking their males or reaching the cubs, the central conflict unfolds. The old, weakened leader is quickly overwhelmed by Scarface's sheer power and aggression. Just as it seems the battle is lost, Quazi steps forward. This is his moment. He intercepts Scarface, and the two titans engage in a ferocious one-on-one duel for supremacy. The fight is a brutal exhibition of strength and will. Scarface is more experienced, his every move honed by a lifetime of combat, but Quazi is younger, stronger, and fueled by a fierce determination to protect his family. He endures Scarface's initial assault and then unleashes his own power. He uses the techniques he has practiced, combining his strength with strategy. In a decisive moment, Quazi lands a powerful, crushing blow to Scarface's shoulder, injuring the veteran warrior. Pain and shock register on Scarface's face. He is beaten. With a final snarl of defiance, he and his battered pride retreat back across the border. Quazi stands tall, lets out a victorious roar, and secures his place as the new king. While the lion's drama of succession plays out, the vast stage of Nyerere is alive with countless other stories, each animal, bird, and reptile weaving its own tale of survival, adaptation, and interaction. The park is a complex web of life where every species, large and small, has evolved unique strategies to thrive in this wild kingdom. From the smallest insect to the largest mammal, each plays a vital role. High above the plains, giraffes move with slow, graceful elegance. Their towering height, reaching up to 18 feet, allows them to browse the tender leaves of acacia trees far beyond the reach of other browsers. This vantage point not only provides food, but also a sweeping view of the savannah, letting them spot predators like lions from afar and giving them precious time to react. Down in the grasslands, herds of wildebeest, impala, zebra, and buffalo form vast shifting communities. Their movements shape the landscape, and their migrations are followed by predators and scavengers alike. The spotted hyenas, led by a dominant female, are not just scavengers, but highly intelligent and coordinated hunters. Their clans work together with remarkable teamwork to chase down prey, running their victims to exhaustion. With bone-crushing jaws, they make the most of every kill, leaving little behind. Their eerie, whooping calls echo through the night, a reminder of their misunderstood but essential role in the ecosystem. The true architects of this landscape are the African elephants. Living in close-knit family herds led by a wise matriarch, they shape the environment with every step. Their immense power allows them to push over trees and dig for water in dry riverbeds, creating open spaces and vital water sources for countless other species during the harsh dry season. Their strong social bonds and collective wisdom are the keys to their survival, a testament to unity in facing drought, predators, and the challenges of raising the next generation. Some creatures, like the elusive leopard, face their struggles alone. Masters of stealth, leopards rely on camouflage and explosive speed to ambush prey, often dragging their kill high into the trees to keep it safe from rivals. The critically endangered black rhino is another solitary giant, relying on its sharp horn, thick hide, and fierce temperament to defend itself against threats. Each of these animals, from the social elephant to the lone leopard and rhino, plays a part in the rich and diverse tapestry of life that makes Nyerere so special. Along the rivers, hippos spend their days submerged in water, emerging at dusk to graze, while crocodiles lie in wait for unsuspecting prey. Their presence shapes the riverbanks and influences the behavior of all who come to drink. The skies and trees are alive with birds, vivid bee-eaters, chattering weavers, and regal fish-eagles. Each species has its own rituals, from elaborate nest-building to synchronized flock displays. On the ground, warthogs kneel to graze, baboons and vervet monkeys form complex social groups, and bushbucks slip quietly through the undergrowth, ever alert for danger. Packs of African wild dogs, with their intricate social bonds and coordinated hunts, roam the park, while jackals and servals use cunning and agility to survive on the fringes. Even the smallest creatures have their place. Honey badgers dig relentlessly for food, porcupines shuffle through the dusk, and reptiles like monitor lizards and chameleons blend seamlessly into their surroundings. Insects, too, are vital. Termites build towering mounds that aerate the soil, dung beetles recycle nutrients, and pollinators like bees and butterflies ensure the cycle of life continues. As night falls, bush babies leap between branches, genets and civets prowl in the shadows, and mongoose families huddle for safety, each adapted to the challenges of the dark. Antelope species like reedbuck, waterbuck, sable, and eland each carve out their own niche, from marshes to woodlands, their behaviors shaped by the need to avoid predators and find food. Together, these animals, each with their own unique behaviors, interactions, and adaptations, create the vibrant, ever-changing mosaic of life that defines Nyerere National Park, a world where the drama of survival never ends. Quazi's victory marks a new beginning for his pride. With a strong young leader at the helm, their future seems secure. The cubs are safe, the territory is defended, and the cycle of life continues. But the story of Quazi, Nia, and all the other creatures of Nyerere is more than just a tale of individual survival. It is a powerful reminder of what is at stake. This incredible wilderness, with its intricate balance and breathtaking biodiversity, is a fragile treasure. The challenges these animals face, from finding food to defending their families, are the natural dramas of their world, but they now face even greater threats from outside their realm. The survival of entire species like the black rhino and the wild dog depends on the continued existence of vast protected areas like Nyerere. These sanctuaries provide the space they need to roam, to hunt, and to raise their young without the pressures of human encroachment. The health of this ecosystem, from the smallest insect to the largest elephant, is interconnected. The loss of one species can have a ripple effect, unraveling the delicate web of life that has taken millennia to weave. Protecting this park is not just about saving a few iconic animals. It is about preserving an entire, functioning world. The survival of Quazi's pride and Scarface's challenge is a microcosm of a larger struggle. It highlights the universal themes of resilience, family, and the enduring fight for a place to call home, a fight that is shared by all living things. As we watch Quazi survey his kingdom, we are reminded that the story of Nyerere is ongoing. It is a legacy written in the dust of the plains and the waters of the Rufiji River. It is a legacy that we have the power to protect or to lose forever. By preserving this magnificent park, we ensure that future generations can also witness these timeless dramas unfold. We ensure that the roars of lions will continue to echo across the savannah, a powerful and vital sound in a world that needs its wild places more than ever. The survival of this kingdom is a shared responsibility, a crucial test of our role as guardians of the natural world. As the sun slips beneath the horizon and the golden grasslands of Nyerere fade into darkness, a new world awakens. The kingdom that Quazi rules by day transforms into a realm of shadows and secrets. Here, under the silver gaze of the moon, the true masters of the night emerge. Silent and elusive, the leopard slinks along the twisted branches of an ancient acacia. Its spotted coat blends perfectly with the dappled moonlight, making it almost invisible to the untrained eye. With patience honed by countless generations, it scans the ground below for movement, a rustle in the grass, a flicker of a tail. The hunt is a silent ballet, every step calculated, every breath held. When the moment comes, the leopard strikes with breathtaking speed and precision, vanishing into the darkness with its prize before the night has a chance to protest. On the open plains, a different drama unfolds. Packs of African wild dogs, rarely seen in the daylight, become animated. Under the cover of night, their haunting calls echo through the cool air as they coordinate their movements with remarkable intelligence. Each member knows its role, weaving through the tall grass in pursuit of a fleet-footed impala. The chase is relentless, a testament to their stamina and teamwork. Success means survival, not just for one, but for the entire pack. In the thickets near the river, hyenas prowl with a cunning all their own. Often misunderstood, these formidable predators are both hunters and scavengers. Their powerful jaws make short work of bone and sinew, but it is their social intelligence that truly sets them apart. Complex hierarchies and intricate vocalizations rule their nightly gatherings, where dominance is contested and alliances are forged beneath the stars. Meanwhile, the smallest of hunters, the African civet and the serval, move quietly through the undergrowth. Their world is one of patience and precision, pouncing on rodents and insects with lightning-fast reflexes. Even the owls, with eyes like molten gold, sweep silently over the fields, their presence betrayed only by the faintest flutter of wings. Each of these nocturnal predators plays a vital role in the tapestry of Nyerere. Their nightly rituals keep the ecosystem in balance, culling the weak and shaping the future of countless species. In the absence of human eyes, the true pulse of the wild beats strongest, a reminder that the park's most profound stories often unfold in darkness. As dawn approaches and the first light touches the horizon, these secretive hunters retreat into the shadows, their mysteries intact. The day belongs to Quazi and his pride, but the night is ruled by a different set of kings and queens, each one a guardian of the wild, each one a keeper of Nyerere's eternal secret. As the first rays of dawn break over Nyerere, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the intricate dance of life and death continues unabated. In this vast expanse, every creature plays a part in the delicate balance that sustains the ecosystem. From the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, each life is interwoven in a complex web of survival. The herbivores, ever vigilant, graze the grasslands, their ears twitching and eyes scanning for signs of danger. Zebras, with their striking stripes, move in tight-knit groups, relying on their numbers for protection. Their unique patterns, confusing to predators, serve as a natural defense mechanism, making it difficult for hunters to single out an individual. Antelopes, such as the graceful impala and the sturdy wildebeest, showcase remarkable adaptations. The impala's incredible agility allows it to leap high and far, evading capture with sudden bursts of speed. Wildebeests, on the other hand, partake in one of nature's most awe-inspiring spectacles, the Great Migration. In search of water and fresh grazing grounds, they traverse treacherous landscapes, a journey fraught with peril yet essential for their survival. Predators, ever watchful, play their role in maintaining this balance. Lions, the apex predators, often target the weak, the old, or the young, ensuring that only the fittest survive. Their hunts are strategic, with each member of the pride contributing to the success of the endeavor. Quazi, the reigning king, leads with an unspoken authority, his every move a testament to the raw power and grace of his kind. Leopards, solitary and elusive, prefer the cover of trees, where their keen senses and unparalleled stealth make them formidable hunters. Their ability to adapt to various prey, from small rodents to larger antelope, showcases the versatility that ensures their survival. Cheetahs, the fastest land animals, rely on their incredible speed to chase down prey in short, explosive bursts. However, their success is tempered by the constant threat of losing their hard-earned meal to other predators, a reminder of the harsh realities of life in the wild. Smaller predators, such as jackals and caracals, exploit niches that larger hunters overlook. Their keen senses and opportunistic nature allow them to thrive in the shadows of their larger counterparts. Even the scavengers, like hyenas and vultures, play a crucial role, ensuring that no part of a carcass goes to waste and keeping the environment clean. In the heart of this ecosystem, even the smallest creatures contribute to the circle of life. Insects, often overlooked, are vital in decomposing organic matter and pollinating plants. Birds, with their vibrant plumage and melodic calls, help control insect populations and disperse seeds, promoting the growth of vegetation. Each dawn in Nyerere is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of its inhabitants. The circle of life, unbroken and eternal, is a dance of survival where every creature, from the tiniest beetle to the mightiest lion, plays a part. In this harmonious yet unforgiving world, the balance of nature is both a marvel and a necessity, a reminder of the intricate connections that sustain life in the wild. As the sun climbs higher, casting long shadows over the savannah, the cycle continues. Life and death, predator and prey, each moment a testament to the beauty and brutality of nature. In Nyerere, the true essence of the wild is revealed, a timeless saga of survival and adaptation, untouched by human hands. As the sun's path shifts and the winds change, Nyerere National Park transforms with the rhythm of the seasons. The creatures of this vast wilderness must continually adapt, facing new challenges and seizing fleeting opportunities in their quest for survival. During the dry season, waterholes shrink to muddy patches, drawing a congregation of life. Elephants, with their remarkable memory, lead their herds across great distances, recalling hidden springs and ancient riverbeds. Their trunks become lifelines, digging for water beneath the parched earth, providing for calves and kin alike. Grazers like buffalo and zebra follow the receding greenery, migrating in search of sustenance. The zebra's endurance is tested as they trek across barren plains, while wildebeests gather in massive herds, their synchronized movements a defense against lurking predators. For these herbivores, teamwork and stamina are key to overcoming scarcity. Predators, too, must adjust. Lions expand their territories, tracking the herds as they move. Their hunts become more strategic, relying on patience and cooperation. Solitary hunters like the leopard shift their routines, venturing closer to water sources under the cover of darkness, where prey is plentiful but competition fierce. As the rains finally return, the landscape is transformed. Grass shoots sprout overnight, painting the savannah a vibrant green. Rivers swell and dormant pools burst to life. For many, this is a season of abundance. Hippos reclaim their watery domains, and crocodiles bask on newly flooded banks, awaiting unsuspecting prey. Reptiles and amphibians emerge from hiding, their calls filling the air. Insects swarm in clouds, providing a feast for birds and small mammals. The impala give birth in synchrony, their fawns hidden in tall grasses, relying on camouflage and the safety of numbers to survive their vulnerable first weeks. Yet each season brings its own perils. Floodwaters can strand young animals, and sudden storms test the strength of every creature. For the resilient denizens of Nyerere, adaptation is a never-ending journey, a testament to their ingenuity and grit. Through drought and deluge, heat and storm, the animals of Nyerere endure. Their survival strategies, shaped by millennia, are a living blueprint for resilience. In this ever-changing land, only the adaptable thrive, and the story of life continues, written anew with each passing season. In the heart of Nyerere, water is more than a resource. It is the very lifeblood of the savannah. Each droplet that seeps through the cracked earth or glistens atop a leaf is precious, shaping the destinies of every creature that roams these wilds. As the seasons shift, rivers shrink, and waterholes become rare sanctuaries, drawing animals from miles around in a silent, urgent migration. Elephants arrive first, their matriarchs leading the way with unerring memory. With powerful trunks, they test the mud, sometimes digging deep to reveal hidden springs. Behind them, wary herds of zebra and buffalo gather at the margins, ever vigilant for danger but driven by thirst. The air hums with tension as antelope, warthogs and giraffes approach in cautious procession, each waiting their turn at the shrinking pool. Predators linger in the shadows, lions crouch in tall grass, eyes fixed on the congregation, while leopards slink between tree branches, seeking the vulnerable. Crocodiles, masters of patience, lie submerged at the water's edge, their presence betrayed only by ripples and watchful eyes. But the waterhole is not just a stage for conflict, it is also a place of uneasy truce. For a few brief moments, predator and prey share space, united by necessity. Birds flock in vibrant clouds, their calls filling the air as they swoop to drink and bathe. Even the smallest creatures, frogs, insects, and lizards, find refuge here, their lives intertwined with the ebb and flow of water. As dusk falls, the waterhole transforms again. Nocturnal animals emerge. Hyenas and jackals skulk in the twilight, while hippos rise from the depths to graze under the moonlight. The chorus of frogs intensifies, and the air cools, but the need for water remains, binding all life in a delicate balance. In Nyerere, water is the thread that weaves together every story, every struggle, every triumph. It is the silent architect of migrations and the keeper of ancient rituals. Around each waterhole, the pulse of the wild beats strongest, a timeless reminder that here survival flows from the heart of the land itself. Beneath the towering giants and the thunderous herds, an invisible world thrives, a realm ruled not by size or strength, but by ingenuity and resilience. The insects and small creatures of Nyerere National Park are the silent architects of the savannah, shaping the land in ways both subtle and profound. Termites, the master builders, construct towering mounds that rise from the earth like ancient monuments. Within their walls, millions work in perfect harmony, recycling dead wood and leaves into fertile soil, nurturing the grasses that feed the giants above. Their tunnels channel rainwater deep underground, preventing floods and nourishing roots during the dry season. Across the landscape, dung beetles perform their tireless labor, rolling precious spheres across the dust. With each journey, they clear the savannah of waste, return nutrients to the soil, and create tiny oases where new plants can take root. Their efforts ripple outward, supporting everything from grazing antelope to the predators that follow. Hidden among the bark and leaves, ants wage their endless wars and forge alliances with plants. Some defend trees from hungry herbivores, rewarded with sweet nectar in return. Others farm aphids or harvest seeds, each colony a miniature kingdom with its own customs and strategies. Butterflies and bees drift from flower to flower, their delicate wings carrying the promise of new life. As pollinators, they orchestrate the blooming of countless plants, painting the savannah in bursts of color and ensuring that fruit and seed will nourish the next generation. Even the smallest creatures, spiders weaving intricate webs, frogs singing from the shadows, and geckos darting after insects, play a part in this grand design. Their presence maintains the delicate balance of predator and prey, pest and pollinator, growth and decay. In the world of the small, every day is a struggle, every moment a testament to adaptation and survival. Though they may go unnoticed, these tiny inhabitants are the foundation of Nyerere's wild beauty, a reminder that in nature greatness is not measured by size but by significance. Here in the undergrowth and the shadows, the pulse of the wild beats quietly yet without end. Above the golden grasses and winding rivers, another world unfolds. A world where feathers catch the sunlight, and the air is alive with calls, trills, and song. Nyerere National Park's skies and treetops are home to a dazzling array of birds, each one a thread in the fabric of the savannah. In the early morning, the haunting cry of the fish eagle echoes over the Rufiji River, its sharp eyes scanning for the shimmer of fish beneath the surface. Kingfishers perch in stillness, then flash into action, darts of blue and orange plunging into the water with breathtaking speed. Weaver birds, architects in their own right, transform the acacia branches into bustling neighborhoods. With beaks as nimble as any hand, they weave intricate nests that sway in the breeze, each nest a fortress against snakes and rain. Their colonies erupt in a chorus of chatter, as males display their handiwork to passing females, hoping to win a mate. High above, vultures circle on rising thermals, silent sentinels searching for the faintest sign of a meal. These scavengers play a vital role, cleansing the land and keeping the ecosystem in balance. At dusk, flocks of starlings gather in spectacular murmurations, painting fluid shapes against the fading sky, a living dance that confuses predators and delights the eye. The park's wetlands and floodplains host secretive herons, flamingos wading through mirrored shallows, and jacanas that step lightly across floating lilies. Each species is a specialist, perfectly suited to its corner of this wild kingdom. As the seasons turn, the skies fill with travelers from distant lands. Swallows and bee-eaters arrive on the winds of migration, their journeys spanning continents in search of food and safety. Their arrival is a testament to endurance and the invisible highways that connect the world's wild places. In every call and every flutter, the birds of Nyerere tell stories of survival, adaptation, and beauty. They are messengers of change, heralds of rain and drought, and guardians of the seeds that will become tomorrow's forests. In their flight, the spirit of the park soars, untamed, ever-changing, and gloriously alive. Beneath the rustling grasses and along the sun-warmed banks of Nyerere's waterways, a quieter world stirs, a realm ruled by scales, silent movement, and ancient instincts. Here the park's reptiles and amphibians thrive, adapted to both the harshness and the abundance of the savannah. Crocodiles, armored and patient, lie motionless at the river's edge. Their eyes and nostrils just above the surface, they are masters of ambush. With a sudden surge, they can snatch an unsuspecting fish, bird, or antelope, their power matched only by their stealth. Alongside them, turtles bask on floating logs, their shells absorbing the sun's warmth before slipping silently into the water. In the tangled undergrowth, monitor lizards patrol with flickering tongues, reading invisible trails left by prey. Agile and opportunistic, they scale trees in search of eggs or scavenge for scraps, their presence both feared and respected by smaller creatures. Amidst the leaf litter and beneath fallen logs, a different cast emerges when the rains return. Frogs and toads, their skin glistening, chorus in unison each night. Their calls are signals, territorial claims, invitations to mates and warnings to rivals. Some, like the foam-nesting frog, create floating nurseries on the water's surface, sheltering their young from predators below. Chameleons, masters of disguise, move with deliberate grace among the branches. Their color-shifting skin helps them vanish into the foliage, while their independently moving eyes scan for insects. With a lightning-fast flick of the tongue, a meal is snared in an instant. Snakes, both venomous and harmless, wind their way through every habitat, from the rocky kopjes to the reed beds. Their survival depends on camouflage, patience, and precision. Some, like the African rock python, rely on sheer strength, while others wield venom as their weapon. Each reptile and amphibian, from the smallest gecko clinging to a tree trunk to the giant crocodile lurking in the shallows, plays a vital role in this ecosystem. They are hunters and hunted, cleaners and controllers of insect populations, silent guardians of balance. In the interplay of sun and shadow, water and earth, the scaled and the slippery reveal the hidden heartbeat of Nyerere. Their world is one of secrets, resilience and survival, a testament to the park's ancient and ever-evolving life.